Hi, I'm Stacy with GardenTalkShow.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make wonderful summertime containers for your home, front porch, deck, patio, wherever you need to add instant color. One of my favorite things this year that we did is we did a mixed container of leafy greens. This makes a wonderful fresh salad every day. What's great about it is we use organic soil, we use organic fertilizer, so it's safe to eat directly out of the pot. So this makes a super summertime fabulous salad every day. And it's right in your own backyard, so you don't have to go to the grocery store. Another great idea I want to show you about is using containers. There's so many different containers, and I'm going to show you a few. What I like about this is you get your decorative pot, and then we actually place a replaceable pot in the inside. What we use these for is doing a spring container, a summer container, and then your fall container. So it's easier to deal with because it's lightweight. You can just leave your heavier pot directly on your front porch. You don't have to move it, and you just swap them out. So if you plant up yourself, or if you take to a local garden center for them to plant up, it's so much easier than lugging around this big heavy pot. So as you can see, you know, it's a pot in a pot, so it makes sense to do something like that. The next thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorite things. I call it a survivor garden, and there's so many women that are diagnosed with breast cancer every year, so I wanted to do something special for those that are going through treatment, or perhaps those that are actually in remission, just as a little reminder that yes, you can do this. You know, just a nice gift for someone that's maybe going through a difficult period during their time. I think it's really cute, and I think that they would really like it, and I hope you enjoy it. I just found this cheap bra, and I found this wonderful container, and it actually has cocoa moss on it. And what I'm going to do is just slip the bra right on the front of it. So this container I love because it looked like a little bustier, and this is actually a deck container. But what I love about the cocoa liner is that it actually helps the moisture stay in the container. And I picked up, of course, pink flowers. And the bra just, you know, is just a little cheapy bra that I got. So, you know, you may not want to use your best bra. Your friend might not like that as a gift. And this will actually just, this is a mixed container that I purchased. And this will actually just go directly into this cocoa moss. And I'm just going to break up the soil a little bit. We're just going to add a little bit of soil on the sides. You just sort of want to lift it up a little bit. And then press it down. And this thing will really take off once you start fertilizing it. And then I just made these little clear knives that'll just lift up the strap a little bit. You can wrap it around there just to give it a little bit of support. And we'll add our other little strap here. And then I'm a big supporter of early detection. So Hope is Growing is my company, and it says join our team. Tell everyone about mammograms. Get your yearly mammogram and prevent breast cancer through early detection. Tell your friends about it. This is a great way to promote early detection. Have this on your front porch, and I guarantee it will definitely be a conversation piece. We're going to zoom in and show you what it looks like a little bit closer. It's very cute, though. So here you can see, it looks like a little bustier sitting there. Your girlfriend will be sure to love it. And again, join our team. Tell everyone about mammograms. And this is what I like to call our survivor garden. You can put any type of plant in there, and they will just enjoy. So the next container I'd like to talk about is adding instant color. And when you purchase a hanging basket, it's already flourishing, it's full, and it makes a great container. And I haven't added any soil into this container because I'm going to show you a little secret that we do. But once you have soil in here, you can just drop this hanging basket, obviously take it out of the plastic pot, put it in the soil, and then look, you have an instant container for any patio again or deck. So this is already put together as a combo basket, and you don't have to worry about mixing any more types of flowers. And it's great for the 4th of July party that you'll be having because it's red, white, and blue. A lot of pots can be deceiving. Like this one here is very light. It looks like it's wood, but it's plastic actually. But you have to watch the plastic pots because this one doesn't have a drain hole. And you want to make sure you drill a couple holes in the bottom of the pot with a drill so that you make sure you get proper drainage for your plants. But this one's very light, very easy to move around. So now we have our holes drilled for drainage. And because this is a bigger pot, we're going to have to put a lot of soil in there. Well, I have a little secret for you. If you actually take plastic bottles and put it in the bottom, then you don't need to put as much soil inside the bottom of the container. So we're just going to fill this one up. And as you can see, I put a good amount in the bottom there. It won't hurt the plant at all. The plant will still have room to grow. You can also use styrofoam or those packing peanuts perhaps that you get in shipments. That's also a good filler at the bottom of the pot. That way you don't have to put that much soil in. So now we're going to fill it up with soil. I am using my favorite soil, and I prefer this. It's called Happy Frog. This is an organic soil that is just fabulous, and it's made by Fox Farm. It has everything you need to fertilize your plants naturally, organically. As you can see, I didn't fill up the whole container with the soil, but this is just a great soil. It has the vermiculite in there, so it helps retain the moisture. Just so many nutrients in this soil that will really make your plants grow at a fast pace. Nice and full and healthy is what we want. All right, so now we're getting ready to plant our container, and then we'll fill in around our plants with extra soil. I always like, I'm sure you may have heard this, we always start with a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. Well, this is my thriller because it's going to be our focal point of the container. So I'm just going to take this out, and this is going to go right in the middle. And look at the root system on this. I mean, our plants are so healthy. So we're just going to break it up a little bit. We don't want to damage the root system. And I have my trusty SpongeBob shovel. I'm just going to make a little hole in the middle here, and that is going to go right in the center. And like I said, we're going to put some more dirt around it as we go. Make sure we get the right height. You can't be afraid to get your hands dirty when you're planting containers. That's why it's best to just work outside, have an area dedicated to making your containers, but boy, when they're done, your home will look so beautiful. Now, as you can see, I've added a little bit of more soil to it. This is going to be our filler here, and this is a sky flower. This is a gold edge. And I like to plant in threes, so we're just going to break up the roots on this one a little bit too. This is beautiful. I love the variegated leaf. So I'll probably plant one in the front. Sort of a diamond effect. Again, just break up the root system a little bit. Dig your little hole and place it. You don't want to go too far to the edge because remember we're going to have our spiller, which is our over the pot flowing. I just love this variegated leaf. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be my spiller here, and I love this one. This is actually Sweet Caroline, Sweetheart Purple, sweet potato plant. I mean, look at the root system on our plants. They are just very healthy and vibrant plants. I don't want to shock the roots, so I'm trying to be very careful with them. And I'm just going to put this one closer to the edge because this one is definitely going to spill over. You could probably add 3 more of those if you wanted to. I'm going to put my color and again break this up. This is my Begonia. It's gorgeous orange, very bright, vibrant. Put that one right in the back here. And this thing will really take off and bloom. And then this one is our Coleus. This will represent all the colors and bring them all together for our container. Now I'm just going to backfill a little bit of dirt just to make sure the plants are in the soil properly. And I dump it in the back and then I scooch it around. It's not very hard. Anybody can do it. And of course you can add a few more plants of the Coleus and the spiller on the back. I just want to do a quick container to show you what it's going to look like, but again, the showstopper, the focal point in the middle with the spiller, and then of course the color, and then the filler. I love these plants together. I think you could actually use this all the way up until fall. Of course, if you get a frost, then they're no good. So remember, they're just annuals. I absolutely love this whiskey barrel. It looks like neon colors. The bright orange and the yellow really pops in this container. Now our next container is just a small decorative container. I love this container here. We're just going to use 3 flowers. I love this. Is a Salvia, and it is called Black and Blue. And what I love about it is that hummingbirds are really attracted to it. So this one is actually going to be our main showstopper. I'm going to place it over to the left on this side. And then my main flower with the color, which is my Petunia, and I love this color purple, I'm just going to place right here on the right, because this thing will just take off. This Petunia is just amazing. And then I chose this licorice. This is my spiller. And I'm going to put this guy right in the front, because I think this one will complement the other 2. Make sure the soil is all around it so it gets nice and healthy. I love this black and blue Salvia, though. It's really amazing when it starts blooming. And like I said, hummingbirds will love this container. I mean, you could add one more in there on this side if you wanted to, but I think the pot is pretty full. And I think once it starts growing and once you fertilize it, it will just be flourishing in no time. So here's our final product of the container that we just put together. This combo pot is just gorgeous. So now we're up to the big last container that I'll be doing today. This is our whiskey barrel container. And again, I'm going to tip it up because I filled it with all these empty, recycled pop bottles, water bottles, and it really makes a great filler. There's a drain hole in the bottom of this, so the plants will be properly drained. I'm going to put my favorite Fox Farm Happy Frog potting soil. So I filled this with Happy Frog potting soil, and what I like about this is that it's not light and fluffy. It's actually a wet soil, so it's got some texture to it and will actually let your plants do better with a wet soil than with those dry potting mixes. I highly recommend this, if I haven't said that already. And again, we're going to start with the Thriller. I got this big spike. And we're going to pop this thing. It is so root bound, it's ready to go. I'm going to loosen them up a little bit. Oh boy, this one is screaming to be planted. It's ready to go. Our plants are so nice and healthy at the store. So we're going to plop this guy right in the middle. And then cover him up. And this is going to be our focal point, if you can see me still. And I think I get it right in the middle. You can also go toward the back a little bit if you want to be different and unique. So since this is a big pot, I decided to plant some Martha Washington geraniums. These like full sun, and since my container is going in full sun, I absolutely love Martha Washingtons. And these are going to be 3 of them planted in this container. And I love this vibrant pink. This is my favorite, the fuchsia. Again, just loosen up the roots on the container, from the container. And make sure it's nice and covered. Oh, I think we planted the spike too. This thing is so massive. And really, this looks great already. I mean, but I thought these would be very unique. Just adding a little spill of a petunia. Just on one side. I don't like everything to be so uniform when I plant. So I'll put this one on this corner. And this will eventually just trail and take over. This is such a beautiful color. And this is what I love this year. This is a sweet potato vine, and it's called Illusion or Emerald Lace. And I love it because it's very unique. I'm going to plant one right in the front here. And we're going to have to add a little bit more soil. You sort of want to guide them to actually fall down. And I planted another spike leaf. You want to train them to sort of start spilling so they go in the right direction. But like I said, they find their own way. This lace, emerald lace, is really a neat. Put one over here. And I'm going to put another one up front. And like I said, those babies will just take right off. I'm going to add just a little bit more soil up in here. Here is the final. I'll zoom in on some of the flowers here. The Martha, Washington, and the emerald lace, sweet potato vine. Complements each other very well. Love the whiskey barrel. Now the last thing I want to tell you is to make sure you give it a good watering. Move around the container. You don't want to just drench it. I usually count so many seconds. You don't want to water in the full sun of the afternoon. Mornings are best. You don't want all the soil to run off. Just imagine yourself standing in the hot afternoon sun all day. It's not very pleasant, so make sure your plants are watered. And finally, the last thing I really like to recommend is our water-soluble fertilizer. It's triple 20. It's our little secret, and it will make your flowers bloom all summer long. You can feed your plants every 2 to 3 weeks. It's only a tablespoon per gallon, and it's a great, great product. It's safe for vegetables, plants, and it really makes your flowers look vibrant and healthy all season long. So thank you for watching How to Make Summertime Containers with GardenTalkShow.com. I hope you had a good time today watching the video and learned something new. And get out there and get gardening. And we appreciate you shopping at your local independent garden center. And hope to see you next time.